welcome to One Today. In our first segment, we're going to take a look at a literacy event that took place at Morton East High School.
What can you tell us about the event that is happening here today?
Today we're having the literacy fair for the school district and helping parents of the neighborhood of Cicero bring their children to be part of literacy.
What can you tell us about the event that is happening here today?
Well, today this event is our first event for our literacy committee here at Morton East High School, and all of the teachers and staff members who are on the committee came together and partnered with Northeastern Illinois University, and we partnered to have this event happen today.
What can you tell us about the event that is happening here today?
Well, it started out with the idea of being a literacy festival, and how do we share literacy with families, and literacy is a focus in the school. And talking about it, we came up with the theme, Our Stories, Our Voices, because our stories and our talking together is really a foundation for literacy. Sometimes we kind of forget that, but really literacy is just about putting kind of things down on paper, and we have a lot to say, a lot of stories, using our voice.
What can you tell us about the event that is happening here today?
Well, today it's a literacy festival for the parents and kids to come and get some free books, learn a little bit about culture, about have the parents interview to see what their stories, their life stories were, so that they see that literacy isn't just about reading, it's also about things that are passed along in their from family member to family member, so to try to get them more involved in school.
Why did you decide to participate in today's event?
Today we decided to participate in this event just because we are part of the Children's Center of Cicero Berwyn, and our agency has a location here, the daycare and the high school. And part of our work is to help the parents read to their children and tell them how important things are so that their children can develop appropriately.
What are some of the goals and objectives of this event?
The goals and objectives of this event would be to help the parents understand that the school is here to support them, to support learning, to support learning before high school, and to support learning after high school.
What is our school district doing this year to improve literacy?
Our school district's doing a lot to improve literacy. We embarked on a content area literacy continuum where we're having literacy across the curriculum. In our classrooms, we're teaching students how to use different strategies to improve their reading comprehension. We have literacy coaches that are working with individual teachers and helping develop this model. We are having events just like this to showcase the importance of literacy.
What is our school district doing this year to improve literacy?
From what I've seen, we started a literacy committee. We have a bunch of teachers who are working on it, and from a bunch of different departments. We also have two literacy coaches who help work with all the teachers who aren't necessarily trained in reading and how to teach kids different strategies for reading. And those literacy coaches have really been helping us. We have institute days where they talk to us and just tell us different strategies we can use in our classroom. Because my degree is in teaching math, not reading, but it's still important to teach reading across all classes. So they help us as teachers who haven't been trained in it, because they have been.
What is our school district doing this year to improve literacy?
During each institute day, groups of teachers are learning strategies such as predicting, connecting, and visualizing for students to be able to use in the classroom to improve their literacy.
Would you please explain the activity that you are involved with today?
Today we're doing an infant toddler activity, a literacy activity. Again, we are educating our parents of how important it is to read to our kids regardless of their age. Many people think that literacy is, once you go to school, they start actually reading. But we're just trying to teach our parents, and also I'm the daycare director, so this is very important to us to make sure we read to our infants and toddlers from before they're born. So even when they're 1, 2, 3, it's just really important how they learn from there.
What are some of the goals and objectives of this event?
The goal, I think the main goal of this event is to just showcase the different ways that families can get together and share their stories, celebrate literacy through their stories, and really just spend some good quality time together.
What are the responsibilities of a literacy coach?
For example, my responsibilities would be not so much coming up with literacy one student at a time, but working with teachers, working with different faculty, working with students during, in and out of school when it has to do with literacy, making sure that when a teacher is covering a subject that he or she is using all means of literacy to help the message come through, whether it's history, science, English, to make sure that students are understanding the words, the vocabulary, and the reading.
Our literacy coaches in the building help the teachers do activities, literature-rich activities in their classrooms, and they help assess students' readiness levels for reading.
What advice would you give someone who wants to improve their literacy skills?
One, I think about the things that make a person feel good, the things that a person enjoys, because they're, like I was just saying, I think that learning takes place everywhere, and that there's stories about everything. You can talk about everything, and that really is how one expresses themselves. That's part of literacy. And so when a person has something that they really enjoy doing, that's a great place to develop literacy. So if there's something that they like, to read about it, to talk about it, to listen to other people. Right now, we have, with the internet, you can access so much information about a topic, and when one is looking for information, that's a process of literacy.
Why do you think it is important for students to be involved in events like this?
I think it's important for students to be able to get a sense of all the ways that literacy exists, not just reading books, but making things and learning about your culture and speaking about it and performing.
What are some of the goals and objectives of this event?
To get the parents more involved, to get the younger children reading from kindergarten. If they come here and they're in kindergarten, they see the importance of reading. If they're in 5th grade and have never picked up a book on their own, hopefully after they leave this event, they'll pick up a book by themselves. And even high school kids, just to get them to see that reading is not just something you do in school, but it's something you can do as a leisurely activity.